All right, Pisces. So this week from Lay Vampire, you pulled knowledge, study, learning, and education. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled dissipating, which worries me. When you look at knowledge from Lay Vampire, it's talking about how you're being called to become a student again. It's about you being guided to learning something new, but learning something that you actually have an interest in. It could have to do with some of you going back to school or going back to college. But when I look at knowledge, I see somebody doing research on something that they actually have a genuine interest in. And then also with this card, it talks about how you will be divinely guided to find the right books and the right course of study. But when you're looking at dissipating, it's saying that this is like fading away for you. There may be things that, you think are blocking you from being able to do this. And instead of actually trying, you're like just sitting back and talking about it rather than actually doing it. Dissipating is one of those cards that worries me because it's, the person that, right, she's sitting back and she's just talking to her bird about, oh yeah, I wanted to do this, that, and the other thing, but didn't actually do it. This card warns about, procrastination, making excuses, going in circles, needing to take action, but it's saying that you're content to just dream about things than actually doing them. So Pisces, I worry here because, I do think that what this is trying to say to you here is that there's acknowledgement here that there is something that you may want to learn, or like a course of study that you would like to start doing some research on. But instead of actually doing it, it's like you're not. And this is where the warning comes in. This may be passing you by and you don't want to do that. All right, Pisces, here we go. Here's the energy coming through. Very nice. Very, very nice. The Ten of Cups as a signifier looks really good. This is about you being focused on your happiness, your absolute happiness. And it's a beautiful signifier. Being a water sign, that's great. It's perfect to see. And in the past, the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands as the past coming through could definitely be talking about a person. And this could have to do with the fire sign. What's funny is that I've seen her quite a bit for Pisces here lately. Now, for some of you, this could just be your own energy coming through here. And I love the Queen of Wands when you're looking at her in the positive because she's very enthusiastic. There's excitement. She knows how to manage her situations and manage other people. It's a beautiful energy. But, again, for some of you, this may be a person from the past coming through that has a lot of happiness attached to them. In the present, the Five of Pentacles. So, in the thing for me is looking at this, right? I mean, there's happiness, but it's like, I have to wonder here if maybe some of you aren't feeling like a little bit of rejection in the present moment. And possibly like rejection from a fire sign. But, when I look at the Ten of Cups, though, I almost feel like maybe this is something that has to happen in order for you to reach that, full potential of emotional happiness. The other thing with the Five of Pentacles, too, is it does talk about financial strain. And when you're looking at knowledge and dissipating, right, financial issues may be stopping you from being able to learn the things that you want. And that's understandable. But the thing with the Five of Pentacles is if you're facing hard times, when you're looking at the Ten of Cups, this isn't going to last forever. And you can get yourself out of these situations. This is temporary. This is not permanent. But again, there's also that feeling of rejection, being rejected by others. Oh, future conditions, the Two of Pentacles. Here's the thing. When you're looking at it in this deck, it's suggesting that the person is happy because they're able to do that balancing act. They're able to maintain all the things that they need to, right? But for me, whenever I've seen the Two of Pentacles, I've always had that feeling of, well, when do you get to the point where you're like, fuck it, right? This could be a situation where you're needing to balance things out between dealing with maybe some financial issues involving a person and, being able to pay your own bills, or, you know what I mean, doing what makes you happy, but still being able to survive. It's one of those things where you're balancing two different things out, and needing to make the decision here on how long are you going to continue to do this, and where can you lighten things up a little bit. It almost has like a Ten of Wands feeling to it, kind of, especially underneath the Five of Pentacles. But again, this could be a situation where you're having to balance some finances out, and it may have to do with a person. Now, when you're looking at the Queen of Wands, this doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. This could represent like a business manager, or like, even somebody at a bank, a loan manager, right? And maybe you're having to pay something back, and you get to the point here where you start balancing out the budget, But I do still feel like, that this could have been like really heavy, but with the Ten of Cups being your signifier, it doesn't feel that bad. I feel like you get to a point here where you're able to like deal with things a little bit better, Oh, your best path to follow. Here's the thing. When you're looking at the Seven of Cups, first of all, fantasy land, right? La La Land. You don't want to do that. Stop it, right? I mean, you see it. Riding a dragon over a rainbow. Come on. Quit fantasizing about shit. The other thing is if you have a lot of options in front of you, you may be having difficulty making a clear decision. It's one of those things where you need to look at your priorities first. And that to me seems to be like the big thing here, especially when you're looking at the Five and the Two of Pentacles. Stop daydreaming about what could be and start looking at what you can start doing now to get control over situations like this. You may not be very clear on what your options are, and maybe that's what you need to start doing here, is getting some clarity. But I'm still looking at that Queen of Wands. It teeters for me, and this could be, again, a person that you're dealing with that may be attached to your finances, or this is you being able to better like manage your financial situation. But you do have options around you. You just may not be seeing them clearly. In your environment, that is fucking fantastic. So here's the thing. When you're looking at the Ten of Pentacles in your environment, but you're looking at the Five of Pentacles as present conditions, first of all, these two are very conflicting. But looking at these tens, both of these tens to me are talking about the family. And for some of you, you may be dealing with a situation with a family member. And it could have to do with money involved in the family. There may be a situation here where some of you are planning on moving, and you needing to balance out and budget things before, you make any final decisions here, because it looks like it's going to cause you some strain. Now, on the other hand, when you look at the Five of Pentacles, though, too, a lot of times they'll tell you that this is more of a fear than anything else. I'm not seeing you losing a whole ton of money when you're looking at the Ten of Pentacles being in your environment. You may lose a little bit, but when you're looking at the Two of Pentacles, with what's going on here, you get to a point where things start managing out a little bit better. But I will say that whatever it is that you're deciding to do financially, you just need to be careful. Priorities first. Definitely priorities first. I mean, ultimately what you're looking at is happiness. Happiness. And looking at it this way, it looks fantastic. If some of you like owe money to a family member, I'm not seeing this being a really big deal. If it's just a situation where like you're having to pay a home loan, you're looking at temporary financial strain, but it lightens up. Because, it would have been different. It would have been different had I seen anything else as a signifier. But the Ten of Cups is saying happiness, emotional happiness. I just think that maybe some of you are having trouble seeing, the clear option, the clear choice here, the right choice. Oh, wow. Your hopes and your fears, the high priestess. Needing to pay attention to your intuition for sure, for sure. You know, I would have almost expected to see you show up with the moon. But, you know, the high priestess being there, you know, when you're looking at situations that involve family, and it may have to do with like family, you know, not just family money, but like family possessions, even, because you're looking at the earthly things, right? When you're looking at the high priestess, it could definitely suggest maybe some things that, you know, you didn't know about that are now being made known. But the other thing here too is it is important to start using your intuition when it comes to this situation here, right? And your emotional intuition at that. I've always said Pisces are the psychics. Naturally, you guys are the psychics. You know, I mean, you could have things that are coming up, but I'm looking at this as you hoping to be a little bit more in tune when it comes to, you know, the decision making, right? Because you got the twos going on here, and then you got the endings of these cycles happening. But in the present moment, you're looking at a little bit of difficulty, you know, and again, you know, it may be a situation here where you may have felt like some rejection, or felt like maybe like cast out by a family member, or dealing with a difficult family member. But when you're looking at the Ten of Cups and you're looking at the Two of Pentacles, I just think that if you're trying to manage a situation with a family member, you know, you need to be a little bit more in tune. And I think that you get there. It's just that I think right now you're not seeing the right decisions to make, you know, because clearly here you're needing to make a decision, and you're needing to tap into your intuition to help guide you through this situation with the Five of Pentacles. But, you know, again, with the Ten of Cups, family life looks great. It just may be some external shit that you're dealing with. And if you are dealing with like a home loan, you know, it may set you back a little bit, right? Or even if you're looking at doing like some remodeling and some, you know, new furniture, whatever. It's just, you need to pay attention to priorities. Priorities have to come first. Oh, and then the outcome, decisions, it's all around Pisces. Holy shit, you've got the Two of Wands, you've got the Two of Pentacles, you've got the High Priestess, which is the ruler of the twos. Look, when you're looking at the Two of Wands, I think it's good. I think it's good because you get to a spot here in future, or in your outcome, even with your future conditions, where I think you get a little bit more clarity, where things may be a little bit clouded right now in regards to whatever is going on here with the Ten of Pentacles. You're going to think about it first before you start acting, which is good. It's good. And you're tapping into your intuition, and it's guiding you to make the right decision. Perfect. It's perfect. So here's the thing. If you're dealing with a situation with a family member, things look great. It's just financially, you may be dealing with some issues. But, you know, when you start paying attention to your intuition, I think you start to see the options that are available to you, and you will make the right decisions. The Two of Wands, you know, you have dominion over your own world. What are you going to do here? What path are you going to take? What decisions are you going to make here? Right? But you're doing what is going to make you happy, right? And I do think that you get to a point here where, again, you're better able to manage these situations. So it's not bad, Pisces. I just think that there's some things that you need to work out here. When you're looking at the Two of Pentacles, you know, what is it that you're balancing out? And are you seeing things clearly? I mean, obviously, you know that you need to tap into your intuition when it comes to, you know, what you're having to do here. It's just you need to be careful. It's like, you know, I get the feeling here, first of all, that none of this is permanent when you're looking at this. This is just temporary. But whatever it is that you are doing, it ultimately has to do with your own happiness. And it doesn't look bad at all. It's just minor. You're facing a minor difficulty, a temporary setback, basically. But you start making the right decisions here, especially when it comes to financial difficulties. But I do like seeing the Ten of Pentacles in your environment. Because, for me, if it would have been really bad, I would have expected to see something else show up. But I'm not seeing you like losing a bunch of money. I just see a situation that might cause like some financial strain, but you eventually like get back into it. For some of you, this may be something that you have to do. And again, it is based off of your own happiness. What is going to make you happy? You and your family. All right, Pisces, we're going to take a look at the soul trees to see what other messages there are for you guys. This one, the more that I tap into the different energies that are around me, the more different scenarios come up. And I try to make sure that I cover everything. But, I do feel like for a lot of you, first of all, you're not looking at losing a bunch of money. I feel like, you may make a decision that may not be the best, especially when you're looking at the Seven of Cups. But you get to a point here where you start making the right decisions. But your family life looks perfect. It does. It looks perfect. Pisces, stop it. Stop doing that. That's naughty. Ugh. Stuck in resistance. You are needing tranquility. You are needing some peace and some tranquility because you feel stuck. And you are resisting, the possibilities of change. It's like naughtiness. It's naughty, Pisces. I'm telling you, dissipating is, don't do that to yourself. Don't let your dreams go past you because you feel like you're stuck in a financial situation. Don't resist needing to make decisions, even if they are difficult. But, again, for some of you, this may have to do with some of you learning how to like manage your finances better, right? When you're looking at knowledge. But stuck in resistance is not good. That's not good. And it's no wonder why tranquility is showing up, because you need it. Oh, Pisces, you worry me. I still feel like you get to a point here where you start making better decisions. It's just, when you're looking at resistance and I look at the Two of Wands, you're not really acting though either. I mean, you're still like thinking about shit. Naughtiness, Pisces. Stop doing that. All right, we're going to take a look at the romance angels to see what is going on for you guys in terms of love. Your home life looks great. It does. It's just, you're not clearly seeing, the hardships that you're going through right now. And that may be where you're stuck. But you don't want to be, in that position where you're just resisting the things that, could possibly change for you. And it may be a situation that, here's the thing, what we resist persists. And you don't want to do that. If you're continuously resisting having to deal with financial difficulties, you're never going to get anywhere. We go through ups and downs. But I'm telling you, whatever is going on, you're not going to be losing a shit ton of money. I don't see that happening here. Not with the Ten of Cups being the signifier. Again, if it would have been something else, it would have been like, ooh, please be careful. Please be careful, right? But you get to a spot where I think you make better decisions. It's just right now you're not doing it. Oh, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. All right, Pisces. So I don't see this as, you having difficulty within a relationship. It's just that, you may be having financial difficulties within a relationship and maybe you need to ask your friends for some support. And that could definitely be where, this Queen of Wands is coming through too. Because if you are dealing with like a family friend that can help you out, maybe that's an option that you're not seeing right now, right? But for those of you who are needing some help within the relationship, definitely reach out to your friends that you trust and that love you. And finances and career for singles, you get that stuff under control. Once you get that stuff going on the right path here, things will start to open up. But damn it, stop resisting stuff, Pisces. Don't do that to yourself.